Hello, welcome to my 2 month and a half. I'm just calling it 2 months because it's more. Anyway, here we are on my 2 month review of the CFMOTO 450SR 2023. Now I have done a 1 week review on this a while ago, but it was really scuffed. It was just it wasn't planned at all, and I was just saying whatever came to mind. This time I did write down some things for me to talk about. Yeah, hopefully this will be better. I'll be talking about some good things, bad things, and some other random things about the bike, or just, I don't know, anything that comes to mind, I guess. Now these, I don't know, some of these, there's just probably gonna just be things that you'll expect in general out of, especially out of this kind of bike, sports bikes. The first thing I have to say is the seat. So, the seat, I mean, and I've commented on this before as well, but this seat, for something that comes with the bike, and then again, I just want to let this be known, I am a new rider, right? This is my first bike. I've never owned or rode any bike before, so yeah, this is my first experience with bikes and stuff, not counting like learning lessons that I had. Anyway, this seat, it is fairly comfortable, I would say. Over time, I have noticed that it has become a bit softer. It was definitely a bit hard, just a little bit harder when it was still new. I don't know, I would say after around 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, you'll start to feel a bit uncomfy, maybe, at least in my personal experience. You'll start to feel a bit like you want to stand up, you want to get off for a bit. That's, at least in my experience, that's what I felt after around an hour. Here's a little cool thing about this bike. You do have an app for it. This one, I don't know if you can even... You do get an app that you can use with the bike. It's very cool, I would say. It tells you how much fuel do you have, around how many kilometers or miles you can do with that fuel. I don't know, I would say it's not very accurate because it really depends on how you ride. You can see where your bike is. I just gotta enable GPS. Alright, well, that's not... There we go. Okay, so yeah, you can see where you are and where the bike is. Hey, if someone steals your bike, you'll be able to see where it is. So that's very cool. I don't even know where this GPS or tracker thing is in the bike, so I don't know if you can remove it easily. You can also check your rides. You can check how many kilometers you did or miles. What was the time of the trip? In this case, I had a 2-hour trip. Your max speed, how many rapid accelerations, rapid decelerations, and leads. Most of that is kind of useless, I would say. Like the rapid accelerations. These three last ones are kind of eh. It's just cool to know, I guess. You can also check the trajectory that you did. So that is very cool as well. But anyway, that's pretty much it. But oh, it also tells you. But for example, hold on, I'll do this. Let me see if it. I'll just touch the bike, move it a little bit. Here, and it should tell me that it detected vibration. I don't know, sometimes it does, sometimes it takes a while, but anyway, it does tell you. I guess maybe if someone touches your bike, it doesn't even have to be that much, just a tiny amount of wobbling, any kind of tiny vibration it feels. It will tell you on the app if you have your Wi-Fi internet on, so that's neat. I have noticed, and this is very rare, but sometimes it doesn't save any data from your trip. Again, this has happened probably like 3 or 4 times in 2 months, which can be a bit annoying if you care about that, but it's not that big of a deal, I would say. Maybe they'll fix that with future updates, I don't know. An interesting little thing I noticed with the clutch lever and the brake lever, right? You can adjust them. Make them bring them in closer or further away. And basically, in my first month, I had the clutch lever all the way out. I don't know, I guess That's how I wanted to have it for a while. But after... No, it was the first 1,000 kilometers. Yeah, the first 1,000 kilometers. Which was around a month, honestly. Yeah, I had it all the way out. But, truck coming by. But after that, I decided to try it all the way around. So basically have it all the way, like, as close as possible. And I've liked that a lot more. Because when the clutch was all the way out, most of this, it was like... let me see if I can... If it lets me. It's not letting me. You're making me look bad now. You're making yourself look bad, bike. Why is it not turning? Well, shit. Anyway, yeah, I've noticed that, and I don't know, maybe this is the thing with all bikes that have this. Again, this is just a perspective of me, a new rider. But having it all the way out, most of the clutch did nothing, right? It was only right at the end that it did something. But after I put it all the way closer to my hand, most of the clutch is actually, you know, it works. And there's not really much of it that does nothing. Yeah, I don't know, I guess I liked it more that way. The throttle. So when you buy this bike new, it'll have quite some slack over here. Right now, you'll notice, look at this. I barely have anything, right? And I really recommend you to ask your dealer, mechanic, or even if you... Hold on, truck coming by. As I was saying, as you'll notice, I barely have any slack right now. And that's because 2 days ago, when I did the first service of this, which is after 1,000 kilometers. I don't know, I guess the mechanic fixed that. And he must have fixed this because it had quite some slack. It was like... this much, I would say, and now it's barely there. And I really recommend you get that done. You fix that, because the bike will feel a lot more responsive. You'll definitely be glad that you did that. I guess, yeah, those are the bad things. Some of them aren't really bad, they're just little things that you might want to change, like the clutch level and the throttle. Now the goods, and I think most of these just come to personal preferences. The looks, right? Dude, I think the bike looks beautiful. You'll notice, if you know how the bike looks like normally, and even if you go back to my first video, my 1 week review, you'll notice that I took out some stickers. Yeah, I took out most of the stickers. I wanted it to have a cleaner look. Plus, in the future, I want to switch out the red with some blue. Probably asking, oh, why didn't you get the blue version? Because there is a blue version of this bike. Well, that's because these gray parts and the blue version of it come in white, and I don't like having white on it. So yeah, the red version had a bit more black on it. It was a bit darker, so I would rather have that. Since I don't really dislike red, it's not really the color I usually go for my things. Oh yeah, and the front, you have some Brembo brakes, which I don't really know much about these things, but hey, everyone says these are good. So there you go, you got those. If you know, we know, I guess. I'm not gonna comment on the tires, because I don't know anything about tires. But from what I've heard, people have said they don't really recognize the brand, but they seem good, so who cares, I guess. Yeah, I mean, these winglets, they don't really do much, I guess. I've heard people say that it applies like 1 kilo or something like that at some kind of speed, like, I don't know, 150, 120, I don't know. Yeah, basically they're just there for looks, right? And I don't mind that at all. I like it. It looks cool. It makes the bike look a bit different than usual. So far, after I guess 2 months and a half, I haven't had any problems with it, and hopefully it stays that way for quite a while. I guess I'll let people know if anything happens. You probably noticed that I have a little piece of plastic broken here, and that is completely my fault. On the first day that I bought this bike and I came home, I was completely stopped. The bike wasn't even on. But since I was a fucking noob, the foot peg wasn't down, it was still up, and I started to let the bike lean, and whoops, it fell. No, it didn't fall all the way because there was some stuff on my left. So yeah, because of that, I broke this little piece of plastic, which is completely fine, because the only thing that causes is that when you flip this mirror up, it won't stop here. You can just, oh, I guess that's the limit. You can keep it going till there. Oh god, hold on, I gotta go on this side. There we go. There's that. I got a little tiny scratch here and here, but you know, it's just, at least they're tiny scratches, and that's it. Before I turn the bike on, let's see if I have anything else to say. Okay, so this is a 450 cc's, which a lot of people might consider a slow bike, a weak bike, whatever. I don't know, I guess that will kind of depend on where you live. Again, this is my first bike, although I have had moments where I felt like I could use more power. Overall, I think it's completely fine, the amount of power this has, which, by the way, this model has, I think it's like 47 horsepower, the SR model, because there is the SS, which is the US version, which I believe it has 50 horsepower, which is, you know, just 3 more. So it's not really noticeable, and the reason why this version, which by the way I'm from Europe, the reason why this version has less horsepower is so that people with, in my case actually, people that have the A2 license can ride this, because it's right at the limit. People with the A2 license can only ride bikes that have 35 watts max, which comes around at 47 horsepower. So yeah, if this was the SS version with 50, I could not ride it yet. Basically, a little fun fact is that if you don't know, the A2 license, you can take it at when you're 18, and again, it limits the bikes you can ride for a max of 35 watt, and you can only get a full license, which is just A, no numbers. It has to be either at 24 years old, or you need to have the A2 license for 2 years. I finished taking mine in February this year, 2024, and I'm currently 23, so basically I'm not gonna have to wait 2 years after getting this license. I just have to wait until next year, until I'm 24, if I want to get the full license. Now, do I plan on getting a bigger, faster bike? Maybe in the future, but I don't think I'll be interested after a year, honestly. Maybe in the future I will. Honestly, I don't see myself getting something more than like a 600. I don't see the point. Personally, I don't see the point of having like 1,000. I don't, it's not necessary for me. You know, that's way too much power. Yeah, I'll probably in the future, the max I'll go is something like a 600, you know. Let's oh yeah, one last thing. This is just something I've noticed, right? Oh, and I might as well show off the lights, so see if I can quickly, there you go. It's a little cool effect when you turn it on. It also does it on the back. Let me see if I can quickly grab that. It breathes. It's alive. Now I have changed the exhaust on this bike. As you can probably tell, it's not that big old chunky stock exhaust, and so it will sound a bit different, as you're gonna see. There you go. I was gonna talk about the fuel as it shows on the dash, because right now it says I have 1 out of 6 bars. As you can see right there, I think you can see that, hopefully. And the funny thing I've noticed is that when it says it's 1 out of 6, you basically still have half the tank. Because whenever I put fuel with just 1 bar, it takes like 7 liters, and this bike takes 14 liters in total. So there's that. Just go ahead and put this here. I definitely recommend, if you can, to get a slip-on exhaust, at least on this bike, because it will sound so much better. Now, you'll probably notice as well, if you've checked other bikes like the Ninja 400, that it does sound a bit different, even though the power is pretty much the same. And that's because apparently this bike has a different angle or whatever. It has a 270-degree angle something on the engine, and usually I think they have a 180-degree. Now, what I think that means is that at 270 the pistons are like this, I think. I don't know. I'm not fit to talk about that. Let's just hear the bike for a bit. Look at this. Oh, there's some shit coming out of the, guess it was wet. Anyway. So yeah, that does sound pretty good. That's the two main things that sold me on this bike, was the looks and the sound. Also, you know, the fact that even though it's a Chinese brand, I made sure to really make sure that the bike, you know, is viable, or at least like I first started looking at this bike around September, I think last year, September, November, something like that, and I have followed the progress of people that owned it for all these months, And you know, people have only said good things, so I was like, all right, I'm sold. I know it's funny because at first I was thinking getting a Nissan 250, and then I wanted to get a Nissan 300, and I didn't want to go for the 400 because it was expensive. But then I just I kept looking at this bike more and more. I don't know, I fell in love with it, man. Let's ride around a bit, huh? Let's do some tests. Let's see, I think I'm gonna go to that other road. Now I won't be able to test much because, again, I'm a new rider. I can't really do things that experienced riders can yet. But hey, some other things that I also have to say about this bike is that it feels pretty light and easy to handle. It's just, you'll notice, this thing is just, you can throw this thing around and it's so easy to handle. Let's go on the right here. Actually, wait, no, it's not the right, still, you have to go over here, I think? Is it? Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot where I was for a second. I think I have enough space to do a 0 to 100. We'll see. I won't really do a 0 to I don't know, because I'm still not very experienced at starting out from 0. Also, I don't think I have enough space in this road. I'll just start at like, I don't know, 10 or something. Let's see. Let's see. I think I would say that's enough space. Okay. So let's see. Let's bring it down to. Oh yeah. Also, by going low speeds, bro. I'm going at 6 kilometers right now. I can keep this bike straight. It's very easy. Oh, this there it is. I could have pushed it a little bit more because I don't think I even need to go to 3rd gear to get it to 100. No, still not very comfortable in doing that. Let's try that again. There we go. Alright. There it is. You get there, even with a 450, you get to 100 so fast. It's crazy. I think it's fucking crazy. Let's do a little brake test. I'll try to take it easy because again, I'm coming to. Let's just go to 70. So that was, I would say, alright, come on. That was half braking power, I think. Something like that. You know, just to keep it safe. And the amount of pops you get by having a slip-on, it's just insane. You don't get this with the stock exhaust at all. You rarely get some pops. With this though, oh my god, it's crazy. And it sounds so good. My god. And the weather's been so weird lately. Like there's so many dark clouds, but it barely rains. I'm glad it barely rains, but man, it's been weird. Like, what kind of weather is this? I don't really get it, man. Let's try to, Hey, didn't put my feet down. Let's go. That's something that fortunately I've always had in me. Like, I've always had good balance. That bird over there, I think. Rip. Woo! Let's follow this guy for a bit. That scooter go, huh? You see a lot of scooters here. And some of them, they fucking go sometimes. They might not have a lot of top speed, but they fucking go. I'm not gonna do that here, because not trying to make a bad example of crossing. Line that I can't. Not trying to record myself doing illegal shit, you know. Back there it was fine. Here, look, the line is thick and meaty. Okay, this time I won't forget that there's a big ass bump on the right side here of the road. Like, look at that. Can you even see that? It's so big. And I've always hit it. Not this time. Oh yeah, I'll probably show a little bit, I don't know. But earlier, I was behind a cop. Or, sorry, in front of it. For quite a while. And that was probably the most nervous I've been ever. Oh my god. Woo! It's a big ass bike. Holy shit. What is this guy doing? Oh, right. Ugh, should have given it a bit more throttle there. The thing almost went off. So I didn't realize I was in second. But yeah, when I was coming to that spot where I was talking about the bike, a cop was behind me for, I don't know, maybe like 5 minutes, and that was the most nervous I've been ever. I mean, I wasn't doing anything illegal, but still, it's always so, to me it doesn't matter if I'm in a bike or a car, it's just having a cop behind you, it's always so stressful. Like, you know you're not doing anything illegal, nothing bad, but it's just like, oh god, what if, you know? What if they're just like, you know what, I'm gonna pull you over. I don't think that kind of stuff happens much here in Portugal, but it's always spooky, man. I think I watch too many US videos of cops stopping bikers and stuff. I think that's my issue. Oh yeah, I don't think I've talked about the seating position in this. It's pretty good. If I want, I can just have my bike pretty much straight. Oh yeah, I guess I might. It might be useful for me to mention my height. I am 5'7", or for my European buddies, 169 centimeters. Funny number. And I very easily reached the ground. I was a bit worried about that at first, but I have no problem. Oh, it is on. I was about to say, oh, this traffic light hasn't been on for so long, but now it is on. I can barely see it. They need to increase the brightness on that. Jesus. Look at this road. This road has been like this for quite a while now. I don't know when they're gonna finish that, but that's Portugal for you. It takes ages to finish anything construction related, unless it's something that's clearly blocking the road, which that one, you know, isn't really, just a little bit, so they probably won't get that done for quite a while. It was right here when I was in front of the cop, going the opposite way. God. You know something funny that I've noticed whenever I see more than one biker, at least on those kind of bikes, the one that says hi is always the one on the back. The one in front usually doesn't. I don't know why. Hey, as long as it's at least one saying something, then I'm happy. I'll consider it a hello from the other one as well. Oh, that guy's crazy. What is he doing? Sounds so good, doesn't it? There's some dust flying around. A bit worried about that. That there's dirt, but I don't really see any dirt or I don't know, sand. I'm gonna have to get a different helmet, a new helmet, because this one that I have, it's an Icon Airflite or Airflite. I think that's how you say it. And I got the size S. Because you know, that's the size of helmets that I've always had when I went to do some kart racing. I would always use the S ones, and they always felt good. They felt nice, so I thought, okay, so that's what I'm gonna get from my motorcycle. I'm gonna get a size S. But and I still think that's my size. I think that this one feels tighter after a while because of the model itself. Because I've heard people say that they had to get like a size over because this helmet just feels tighter, you know. And I can definitely see that. It is mostly noticeable when I'm going at higher speeds, like 90 or over. Yeah, it starts to feel tight, especially on my forehead, because you know the wind is pushing on my forehead, and it starts to hurt a little bit. I've also noticed sometimes a bit of uncomfortable. What am I saying? Sometimes I feel the back of my head a bit uncomfortable. But that's usually when I'm just not even riding and just have the helmet on. So I don't know if I'll count that. What is bro doing? Oh, I'm so hungry. It's lunchtime. I'm gonna go home and have lunch. But first I need to put some fuel. I don't know. I mean, I could just put fuel next time I go out. I think I'm gonna do that because I'm hungry. I don't feel like stopping. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll just put some fuel next time I go out. Yeah, so far the only two things that I've changed on the bike is the exhaust and the license plate holder, which you probably noticed that it's a lot shorter. I definitely recommend getting a different license plate holder because the one that comes with the bike is so fucking big and so ugly. It just looks so ugly. And they're both very easy to change. I mean, fuck, bro, I've never touched bikes or even cars. The only things that I've messed around with was PCs, you know, computers. I had no experience with messing with motorcycles, but hey, I did it, and it was fairly easy. Not bad at all. Oh my god, look at this tiny ass scooter. Woo! Maybe pizza delivery? I don't know. What was I saying? I got distracted with the scooter. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the things I've changed on the back. So yeah, those are the only two things. I have ordered different levers and what do you call these things? The fucking things you hold, which are the grips. Yeah, there you go, the grips. Yeah, I've ordered new levers and grips because they look really simple and just really boring, you know. So I ordered some actual cool looking ones. And the levers, I think they're metal, the ones I ordered. I'm not sure. These are plastic, I think. They feel nice, it's just, they feel okay. But yeah, I also ordered some, what do you call the things you put on the tank to make it more comfortable. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll end the video here. I don't know if I'm still recording or not, but that's gonna be it. That's all I have to say for now. If I have anything else to say, I'll add it in a video, I guess. But yeah, bye bye, till the next one.